This year, Hollywood's Costume Designer Award goes to the wonderful and incomparably talented Colleen Atwood. To present the award, would you welcome on stage Academy Award nominated writer and director, a man who knows how to create visual excitement on the big screen like no one else, Mr. Michael Mann.
Hi, thank you. Colleen Atwood won Best Costume Design Oscars for Memoirs of a Geisha, Chicago, and had received 5 other nominations for work on Sweeney Todd, Lemony Snicket, Sleepy Hollow, Beloved, Little Women. And I worked with Colleen on Manhunter in the late '80s, and recently Colleen was the costume designer on Public Enemies with Johnny Depp and Christian Bale and Marion Cotillard. And she just finished the highly anticipated Rob Marshall's 9. Some of Colleen's other films, among the more than 40 she has designed, include J.J. Abrams' Mission Impossible, Big Fish, Planet of the Apes, Mars Attacks, one of my favorites, Ed Wood, Wyatt Earp, Silence of the Lamb, Edward Scissorhands, Joe versus the Volcano, and Married to the Mob. Costume in the hands of Colleen is so much more than what an actor's merely wearing. In her hands, fabric is construction, how it cuts, how it flows, how it moves, evokes a specific culture and time with art, authenticity, and great beauty, and something more than that. It's what happens when a Marion Cotillard or Johnny Depp or Christian Bale put it on and they take that very first step, and you see magic in front of your eyes. You see a change in posture, how they carry themselves is suddenly different. It's as if by seeing themselves in what Colleen has done, a large step has just been taken in becoming John Dillinger or Billy or Hannibal Lecter or Ed Wood. And her wardrobe becomes a presentation of this man or that woman from a certain class displaying certain attitudes. And Colleen's excellence in knowing how to make clothes be so expressive of who the character is. Because after all, it is that character who selects what he or she's wearing. And it is there in repose or when he or she moves. And Colleen has usually wardrobes the actor down to their shoes, their socks, and their underwear. So Colleen, one other thing about Colleen, she has this kind of a wild streak. She's, if you think of the sequined housewives and mafia wives in Married to the Mob, with all the sequins, or the hot Martian and the hot Martian and Lisa Marie and Mars Attacks, or Johnny and Edward Scissorhands. And her this independence, that bit of anarchy, must be in the drinking water of Yakima, which is supposed to sound like Omaha, because I still can't pronounce it, Washington, where she's from. For me, an example of why her work is so wonderful occurred when we were shooting Manhunter. There's one scene when Hannibal Lecter, played by the one Fox, is lying back on his bunk in a cell, talking to Billy Peterson in a hotel room late at night, and he puts his feet up on the wall, and he has these puffy white socks, and all of a sudden it's kind of like pillow talk. There's these two guys who are riffing about mass murderers, and it's precisely something like that, something as benign as a pair of white socks on a sardonic killer, and getting something like that exactly right is pure Colleen. She's strong, she has great humor, she's kind of wild and independent, she's truly an artist and absolutely terrific to work with. So on behalf of the Hollywood Film Festival, it's my great honor to present Colleen Atwood with this award for outstanding work in costume design.
Thank you, Michael Mann. You make me look I am, for sure. Many thanks to the people who I'm sure are responsible for me being here, Universal and the Weinstein Company, who I worked for both this year on 2 very diverse projects. I'd like to honor tonight, rather than myself, obviously the great directors I've worked with, the great crews that I've had who only make you who you are, because no one does this job alone. Everyone knows that. The of 10 years is with me tonight. My assistant before her, we were all out last night. I mean, it's just a family thing for me, and I really like hope this business and this world can survive with that energy and feeling that we have tonight. I have to say my favorite moment in Up is seeing the guy walk toward the balloons with his little tag inside his scrub showing, because it said everything about who that person was. And that, to me, is what costume design is about. It's about that little moment and that little thing that just happens and says everything about a person. Thank you very much.